A 4K camera will roughly be around 8 megapixel to 12 megapixel. This one here is actually 80 megapixel. That's a lot more detail that than what we are used to.
Hello and welcome once again to another episode of Before You Buy. My name is Marco and with me today is director, cinematographer, and brand ambassador for BlackMagic Camera Philippines, simply known by the name Dom. Sir Dom, or Dom, welcome to the show.
Hello, and thank you for having me here.
How are you today, sir?
I'm good. I just came from a 8-day movie shoot with two BlackMagic cameras.
Okay, we're here to talk about this camera basically. You're the expert, you're the brand ambassador, and you have it with you right next to you. Please, first tell us what the model is right beside you.
So what we have here is the BlackMagic Ursa Mini Pro 12K. It's a 12K camera with a Super 35 sensor. The sensor technology, it allows us to shoot in 12K, but we can edit and render in 4K or 8K without any loss.
That is awesome. Now 12K, it's not something a regular consumer would hear. 4K, I'm sure, is something common nowadays with the TVs or with phones or screens and tablets, but 12K, that's just so much more detailed, right?
A 4K camera will roughly be around 8 megapixel to 12 megapixel. This one here is actually 80 megapixel. That's a lot more detail than what we are used to.
Sir Dom, I need to know, and our viewers need to know also, what are the advantages of shooting with a 12K camera?
Okay, so this camera is a bit special. So we have a lot of high resolution cameras already, the 6K or up to 8K. But this one is 12K. And at first, it sounds scary because it has much more resolution. With more resolution, it requires more computer power. It has a special technology that you can scale down the 12K resolution into a 4K camera without needing much editing processing power. So the technology behind it is what they call a symmetrical sensor. You can research it, but basically, yeah, it's easy to scale down without any loss. For archiving purposes, it's a very important thing because, for example, you're shooting a movie right now and our editing computers can only handle 4K, maybe 6K. But you can have a 12K archive format. And then when you want to restore or to re-edit in the future where 12K is now usable and you have a nice footage that you can work with. And then there's a lot more detail into it. So if you shoot in 12K and then you play back in 4K, at least you have better details. You can work around more colors and the original sensors, which are mostly based on the Bayer pattern. So it has red, green, blue, and then another green. But with this sensor, we have red, green, and blue, and then a white sensor. And then what happens is with the older design, it is hard to resample. When I say resample, when you move from 8K to 4K, when you downsize the resolution, it is hard for the computer to edit it because it has a lot of computation involved. But with this sensor, it is what they call a symmetrical sensor. It is easier to scale down to a lower resolution.
That being said, how much is this camera that we're talking about today?
So you can buy this in the Philippines for 642,900 pesos.
So we have to ask now, Direct, where can our viewers find this product if they would like to purchase one?
So you can visit vuzu.ph. They have a reseller page. And then you can check out which one is the nearest to you or which is more convenient to you.
All right, though, that's it for this episode of Before You Buy. Again, my name is Marco and we have Direct Dom. And see you guys next episode.